Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jen and this is JynDrawz. Today we're going to do a swatch and draw. I am going to be starting a new tanned sketchbook. And I'm going to be using the Caran Pablo Colored Pencils, some Caran red and blue pencils, and some pencils from Koh-i-Noor, and they call them dry markers. They are like pretty much highlighter colors. I saw them in a buy bun video, so if you want to go check out her, I will link her video down below where I first saw them and thought they were just awesome, and I had to give it a try as well. These are the 4 items. As you see, the red and blue pencils, the sketchbook, the Pablo, and the dry markers. While I'm unboxing these, I'm going to tell you about something that I did yesterday. I decided I was going to start a Patreon. Right now there's only one tier, and it's just a tip jar pretty much. I'm hoping to add more tiers as I grow. I'm thinking about probably first starting with some digital products, some backgrounds for phones, some stickers for digital planners, that sort of thing. And then possibly growing into maybe like a sticker club or some prints. But those are a bit further down the road. But for now, I just wanted to get started with something. So I have opened up a Patreon, and I will link it down below. And I want to thank my first free member and paid member. You will see them on screen. They saw that I had done this yesterday, and I had posted about it in the community post here on YouTube. So if you want to follow me over on Patreon and you want to support me, I will leave a link down below and in a pinned comment. I have also decided that I will not have my Discord to Patreon members only, but I will open it up to everybody. So I will be adding also a link to my Discord server. On my Discord server, you will be able to see when I post a video on YouTube. It gives out an auto notification. We'll be able to chat with one another, post pictures. I'm going to be doing some art challenges. I'm going to post inspirational pictures that I find, or any other little things like that. I also have some miscellaneous sections, like to talk about games we're playing, books we're reading, our fur babies, and I think I got a couple other things. So if you want to also join us over on Discord, I will leave a link to that down below. I believe the link should work. If it doesn't, please message me and let me know, and I will get that fixed right away. Okay, now about these Pablo pencils. Again, I saw them in a buy button video, and I had to give them a try. She raves about them, and they were in her wish list. So I thought, okay, you know what? I'll give them a try, see how they are. So I just got a simple little 12-pack. They are really nice. I really like them on this tan paper. And what she said in her video about getting a tan sketchbook and having a lot of fun, that is so true. I'm having so much fun in this tanned sketchbook. Yes, the paper is a bit thin, but I think it handles the acrylic markers from Arrtx well, the Pablo pencils well. I also got the watercolor version of the Caran pencils called the Super Color Aquarelles, and I'll be using those in a separate video and reviewing them, how they work on this paper. Also, totally awesome. I love Caran. They are so great. They are a lot of fun. The dry markers are also a real blast to use as well. I did some sketching with them. They're a lot of fun. I like how they are just like a highlighter, but then not in ink form, but just as a pencil form. And they're so much fun. I'm so glad I bought them. They're pretty fairly cheap. I don't remember what I paid for them, but it wasn't much. I know that. Let's see. I am swatching the Pablo pencils on the color swatching chart that came with the pencils, and I don't know, I was almost disappointed. I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna like these, because I don't know, they just didn't work They didn't seem to work that well on the swatch paper, which was really kind of weird. But in this tan sketchbook, they lay down, they go on well. They fill the tooth of the paper. They are bright, vibrant. I don't know. For me, it didn't work on this swatch card. But hey, it's a swatch card. I have it in the box. It fits perfectly in the box with the colored pencils. And as you saw, a couple tips broke off. But hey, I bought them through Amazon, so they probably got jostled around a little bit and they were just loose. But no big deal. Nothing to really worry about. And that was the same with the dry markers. One of the tips on the blue one, I believe it was, had also snapped off in the package. Again, not a real problem. I sharpened it and I didn't have any issues after that so far. I did also swatch the white pencil on the paper. I had to. It was fun. You don't see it or anything really, but I wanted to make sure I swatched all of them. Here you can get a close-up and you can see the numbers and their light color fast rating. And I decided to dedicate a couple pages to testing materials on this paper. First, I had to do a mechanical pencil. Always got to test that to make sure it writes well and everything like that. And there's not too much texture to the paper that you can't get nice smooth lines and smooth gradients. I then tried these duo pencils because I see Roxanne always sketching with these red and blue pencils, and I was thinking maybe that will help loosen me up on my sketching as well. And it is certainly fun. It is very different to sketch with a colored pencil rather than a graphite pencil. You see here I'm swatching the dry markers on the page. They are very bright and vibrant, as you can see. I then go and swatch all of the Pablos as well on the page, just to get an idea of how they're going to look like. I didn't fill the tooth of the page when swatching. I just did a light coverage just to see how they are, because I know if I really, mash in the pencil, it'll really fill the page and really fill the tooth, and it'll all be fine. But this sketchbook is just for playing around and doing some small, simple challenges that I find, and loosening up, and basically just a warm-up. That's what I want to have this for. It's just as a warm-up sketchbook. I then also had to test out the Arrtx acrylic markers in it. Those went really well. And I love the metallic ones. Those ones shine really brightly on this paper. Even the gold on the tan. I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. That's pretty neat. This is the challenge that I'm going to do. Also, I followed Katie Moody already, and I remembered that she had the challenge, and I was going to do it. And then when I saw a Buy Buns video, I was reminded of the challenge, and then I was like, yes, I was going to do that challenge. I'm going to try. So here I am sketching my supplies, which are those dry markers, and I sketched my eraser pencil, and I sketched the red and blue pencil that I have. That was a lot of fun. This was definitely a warm-up, and I was getting used to the materials and seeing how they lay down and working with them and everything, as I've never worked on this paper before or with these materials. So it was all very new and very fun to get to know them, and just to do something that isn't anything finished, and it's just for fun and to loosen up for the day. I was trying to decide on how I was going to color that peachy champagne color of my eraser pencil. So I just decided to go with yellow, and instead of trying to make that champagne color with the colors that I have, because I did not have any idea how to do that. I then thought, okay, I'll try to make the wood of those pencils look like wood, but that didn't work out so well. I laid down some white and then some yellow, and then I did some brown over it, but not ecstatic how that part of this illustration turned out. But again, it was just for warm-up, just for fun, and I'm adding some more layers there. I thought, you know what, let's go ahead and really fill the tooth of the paper and see what happens. And that worked out pretty well. Those dry markers are just so fun to play with. I can't wait to use them more in this sketchbook and use them for sketching and drawing and just loosening up and using them for warm-up practice and everything like that. I then remembered that she had used this brush pen to outline things, and I was like, oh yes, I have one of those. I should really get it out. I never got to use it for Inktober last year. And I thought, okay, I'll give it a try. So then I thought, okay, I'll assemble it and it'll be ready to go and I can use it just like that. No. This took like a good half an hour before the ink was all the way saturated down to the bottom of the bristles. I had put the cap back on and I had put it in my Arrtx marker box there with the point to down. I kept checking on it and it was getting there slowly but surely because I couldn't squeeze it because it was hard plastic. And I tried shaking it. I tried giving it some momentum for the ink to flow down, but no, I just had to be patient. So I said, okay, I'll move on to the next prompt. And the next prompt was a pop of orange. So I decided to do something abstract with that idea, and I drew these lines just as a guideline over and what I wanted to do. I then used those five Arrtx markers, a medium blue, a light blue, a dark purple, a light purple, and that neon fluorescent orange was going to be my pop of orange. I then just lay down a layer of the acrylic marker onto this paper. This paper held up really well to the acrylic marker. It didn't buckle, it didn't do anything like that, it didn't leak through or anything. So that was really cool, considering I filled this whole page with this marker, and it didn't do anything. It held its own very well. I was pleasantly surprised. And I just kept filling in the lines, and no, I didn't follow my exact pattern that I had down. I altered over it, and then these markers, because they are opaque, they went over that blue pencil that I had drawn. They went over the blue pencil really well and covered it up so you didn't see it anymore. The neon fluorescent orange, I had to go over the pencil line a couple more times because it was a bit more transparent compared to the other colors, which were way more opaque. But that's a given, I think, with the fluorescent and the neon and the lightness of the color. I then thought I would add some dots throughout the other colors and just have some fun with this page and not leave it too boring and too basic. And the light purple was pretty translucent and did not want to really layer over the blue. I had to do that one a couple times to get it to show up over the blue. And that's the same with this fluorescent orange. When I add some dots of it through that dark blue, I had to wait until it was dried and then add another dot over the dots to get them to show up really well over that blue. But overall, I thought it was very fun doing this abstract artwork with a pop of orange on this other side of the page with acrylic markers. I think this prompt list is going to be quite fun to use to warm up to and to work through, and testing out all sorts of different materials on this toned tanned mixed media paper. The size of that notebook is a small size. It is an A5 size, being 8.9 by 14 centimeters or 3.5 inches by 5.5 inches. It's 150 grams per square meter. There are 46 sheets, I believe it says. Yes, 46 sheets. It is the Nova series from Stillman Birn. I previously had the black one and the gray version already, and I have now also a white version. So I can't wait to try out these materials on all of those as well and let you know how it works out. And I'll probably record a video of me testing out my paint markers, my Pablos, and the aquarelle pencils from Caran on it. I also want to try out my Neo Color 1s and Neo Color 2s on this paper. I think that'll be a lot of fun to warm up with. I was also thinking maybe alcohol markers, but since it's tone tanned, I don't think that will work super well. But I'm still going to give it a try and see how it turns out and what results I get. That'll be a fun challenge as well. What do you guys think I should try out on this paper? Do you have any suggestions over markers or crayons or colored pencils, a different brand? I have a couple other brands I can try on it as well. Or do you have a suggestion over what to draw, maybe some other art challenge? Because the Katie Moody's challenge, there's only 30 prompts, so I'll be through that soon. I've already done, let's see, 2, 3, 4, about 6 of them already, and I'm going to do a couple more, and then I'm not sure if I will do all of them, because I also want to try the 100 heads challenge. I've really been wanting to try and do that one for quite a while now, so I might switch between finishing off those prompts on her list and doing the 100 heads challenge. Has anybody else done the 100 heads challenge? I'm really quite nervous about it because I usually don't draw people, and the last time I did was quite a while ago by now, so I'm not sure how much muscle memory or how much I'll remember from what I learned about 6 months to 8 months ago when I was practicing drawing people and learning how to draw people on heads. So we'll see how that goes. That'll be really fun and interesting. Or I can draw some more abstract art. Are you into abstract art? I'm really liking how you can, just draw and go, and whatever you feel like, just go and let it go on the page. This page was really fun and relaxing because there was no pressure to recreate or make it look like anything else, and just being loose and free and fill the page with a lot of color and a little bit of design. That's what I really like. I've done some more abstract art with alcohol markers, and I'll be posting those pictures of that artwork soon. I had a lot of fun with that. I am now adding some colored pencil over the paint markers. I wanted to see if I could or not, or if it would chip off the paint, or if it would just skip right over. But it seemed to stick and hold and go over the marker pretty well. I was pleasantly surprised. And finally, I can test out this pen, this brush pen from Pentel. Whoa. This is going to be quite the handful of a pen to work with. It's very flexible. It's very juicy. You can do a lot with it. I can see you can do very thin, you can do very thick, but you need good hand control and pressure control. Because one little ounce of more pressure down and you got this fat line on you and a whole bunch of ink on the page. And wow, it's I think I'm gonna need some more. I'm gonna have to find some way to do some testing, some writing tests maybe, like when you're learning to write the alphabet and whatnot, so that you can get to some good control over a pen and line and pressure. Because as you can see here, I'm like just trying to slowly outline those pencils that I drew, and I just do a little too much pressure, and then it just all of a sudden I got a fat outline. I'm like, oh no. This is going to be one handful of a pen to get to know and learn and work with. And when I saw Roxanne use it in her videos, I know she's had it for quite a long time by now, and she's probably had a lot of experience with it, but she can do some seriously fine lining and fine work with it. Hopefully I can get there soon too, because I can see that this would be a really awesome pen to use for outlining and drawing with. If you can get it under control and you can have some good control with the pressure and how much you put down on it. And I see why it's a popular pen with many people. So, if you guys liked this video and you want to see more of this kind of thing, please make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell notifications so that you get notified when I post my next video. Also, if you could please leave a comment over what you thought of this video, I would appreciate that. What you thought of the materials, which of my two artworks did you like best, the one with the pop of orange or Draw Your Art Supplies. And if you have any questions over anything that I used, I will try to link everything down below, but if I forgot something, please let me know and I will try to get you the link to what I used and tell you what I used. So, until next time, guys, bye!